Good evening, I'm Nashika, and this is chale.news. July 23rd has been a big one. Ghana's economy just crossed $100 billion for the first time ever, and we're days from walking out of the IMF bailout. Meanwhile, a coffin was dug up in Ntonso, and a sachet water factory was making its product in a mouldy well. A lot to get into. Let's start with the economy, because today's numbers are genuinely historic. Ghana's GDP has crossed $100 billion for the first time, Africa's eighth largest economy, and per capita income jumped over $850 in a single year from 2527 to 3,385. Finance Minister Adwoa Safo made the announcement in Parliament during the mid-year budget review. Let that sink in. And directly tied to that moment, Ghana is days away from formally exiting its IMF bailout. The IMF Executive Board is expected to approve the final review of the extended credit facility next week. 3 years of economic rescue, almost over. Full breakdown on chale.news. Also from today's budget, Ghana has ordered GE Vernova gas turbines for a new 1,200-megawatt state-owned power plant in the central region, first 600 megawatts by 2028. The promise: electricity tariffs down 10 to 20%, generation costs cut by 75, big numbers. We'll be watching whether they hold. Here's the complication, though. The Strait of Hormuz is effectively shut. A tanker explosion, fresh Houthi attacks on Saudi tankers, a 12th night of U.S. strikes on Iran. Oil is at $100 a barrel. For Ghana, that directly threatens analyst forecasts of inflation falling below 5% in July, and an NPA pump price revision could be coming. 6 flights chartered, 900 Ghanaians still waiting to come home from South Africa, and the bill keeps climbing. President Mahama met the AU Commission chairperson in Accra today, demanding continental action and warning that the xenophobic violence threatens African unity itself. This crisis is not slowing down. On the political front, Bawumia is making a direct accusation. He says the wave of NPP arrests isn't random, calling the pattern, quote, not a coincidence. He made the statement the same day he visited jailed NPP chairman Wontumi at Nsawam. The government hasn't responded directly. An Accra High Court has cleared the NDC to enforce its rule requiring ministers, CEOs, and MMDCEs to resign at least 6 months before contesting internal party elections. The December National Congress is the target. If you hold a government appointment and have ambitions inside the party, the clock is ticking. Now, this one is visceral. Community youth in Ntonso, Ashanti region physically dug up the coffin of Eric Antwi Duku and refused to allow his burial. He's the husband of Kumawood actress Patricia Osei and is allegedly linked to the killing of Sammy Gyamfi's father-in-law. Video has gone viral, a community taking justice or grief into its own hands. The Kantanka family dispute is getting messier. The family of the late apostle Adwoa Safo Kantanka says funeral dates circulating, July 30th, July 31st, August 8th, are all fake and unauthorized. A family source is pointing at former MP Adwoa Safo, alleging she's demanding 3.7 million Ghanaian cedis before burial plans can move forward. Ghana's floods aren't acts of God. Experts are saying they are man-made, built one illegal structure at a time onto wetlands and drainage channels across Accra, Kumasi, Takoradi, Tema, and Kasoa. Weak planning enforcement enabled all of it. Until that changes, the floods will keep coming. Full analysis on chale.news. Green mold floating in a dugout well, weedicide stored right next to the packaging line. That's what the FDA found at Harmattan Natural Mineral Water in Amasaman, a factory with no valid FDA license now shut down. No recall has been issued yet. If you've seen that brand, worth knowing. Ghana's revised national curriculum, handed to Education Minister Haruna Idrisu today, will introduce Mandarin Chinese in primary schools for the first time. Arabic, French, and computing are also in. No implementation date announced yet, but the debate has already started. The Commonwealth Games open today in Glasgow. Chale, Team Ghana is there. Swimmer Abeku Jackson, sprinter Abdul Rashid Saminu, boxer Abdul Wahid Omar, and para-athlete Botsion Kegbi are all competing through August 2nd. King Charles III opens the games tonight at the Hydro. We're watching. The World Cup post-mortem continues. 5 Black Stars, including Captain Jordan Ayew, are under fire for underwhelming displays in the 1-0 loss to Colombia. 0 goal contributions, poor pressing. The debate about how this team is built isn't going away anytime soon. Finally, a Maryland judge has barred Ghanaian-American Food Network chef Eric Ajapong from any contact with his daughter after finding sufficient evidence of physical abuse. The Civil Protective Order runs until July 2027. No criminal charges yet. That's your July 23rd Evening Digest. Every story, fully reported, is at chale.news. Bookmark it. I'm Nashika. Good night.